5 reasons to subscribe to Fishlord. 1, he's cool. 2, he's funny. 3, he needs money. 4, again, 'cause he's cool.
Hey guys, it's Squids here, and today we're gonna be reading some more Roblox creepypastas. Now this time, I have a special treat for you. I found one article with 5 different short horror stories. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. 1 video, 5 stories, 5 times the horror. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Hi guys. These are 5 really short Roblox horror stories. They might be turned into full stories. Whatever one gets the most attention will become a full story. Story 1. Hazel. I had joined my friend Kyle in a game called Be Scared. Before I had joined, Kyle had said on call,
"This is a scary game, I guess."
I like scary things myself, anything scary, so when I joined, I explored. Kyle had found me in the game and said,
"This is an empty game to be scary."
I had said,
"Yeah, normally the games like this are filled with a bunch of noobs."
Because it was one of those type of scary elevator games. But this one was kind of different. It had a spot in the game that we thought was really creepy. It was a random spot in the game that wasn't in the elevator. It was a creepy white room with 1 chair in the middle of the room. Kyle had seen the room and said,
"Why is this here? It's not even in the elevator."
I had replied with,
"I don't know, maybe it's just a glitch."
He replied back and said,
"Yeah, maybe."
Then, when we were going to walk out of the room, the door he had walked in was gone. We looked around, and when we went to the chair, someone had appeared. We walked closer to the person and asked where the door is and how he got in. He didn't reply, so we just kept asking him. He has finally replied and said,
"There is no door. You are stuck with me now."
We had got creeped out by what he had said. Then, a creepy smiley face popped up on his face. Me and Kyle had gotten creeped out, then the light has went out. When the light turned back on, me and Kyle saw a bunch of creepy people with smiley faces. We thought it was a part of the game until we got teleported to a different game when we tried to leave. The same people were there when we joined. The game was like a starter game called Hazel's Place. When we had joined after a couple minutes, a girl named Hazel joined, and when me and Kyle saw her, we found out it was the creator. I had asked her to help us because me and Kyle still couldn't leave. She turned around and said,
"There's no way you're leaving me again."
Me and Kyle were creeped out, but at the same time our computers turned off. I was still on call with Kyle. We both got creeped out and put it on the charger, but it still didn't work. Till that day, I have never heard or seen of him again. Well guys, my timbers are officially shivering right now after reading that. It is horrifying, the fact that at the end, he tried contacting his friend, yet he just disappeared? Whoa. That's a little too much for me, dude. Imagine the horror. Your friend not only goes missing, but you have no idea what even happened. Did he get got by the entity? Is he a part of Roblox now? We may never know. Let's go ahead and move on to our next story of the night. This next story is called Breakout. There used to be this pretty popular war group called the Undefined Army, or whatever that means. I used to be part of this group and it was really fun, until they made this game called The Breakout. I joined it, because I thought it would be an interesting roleplay game. Boy, was I wrong. First of all, it was clearly a ripoff of SCP, with all the monsters and the entities, but I didn't really think much about it, because people copy already popular games all the time. Moving on to what was going in the game, there's a group of people getting ready to be tested on, kinda like the Class D in SCP, until a random loud and annoying alarm went off.
Subject 834 and other people have escaped. Reports to the main decks.
I was really confused now. What the heck is the main deck? Anyways, the guards were saying to stay back and not to move. I looked over and saw another person that looked pale. I heard coughing sound effects. He was clearly sick. The guard proceeded to take him into another room, never to be seen again.
Subject 984 has been infected with virus 983.
What I think was going on was that this war group was testing diseases, so they can affect enemies with those viruses and get them sick and they would die. A weird battle plan, but alright.
You, come over here.
A random guard said. They took me into a room and proceeded to ask questions about my health. They went out to get something, and they brought back a cart of tubes full of viruses. I was too freaked out to continue, so I just left the game, and then decided to leave the war group. As far as I know, their group got closed for good because of that game. So that's why I don't join war groups anymore. Now this one was short, but it got straight to the point. Now I've never joined any war groups, as mentioned by the author, but I have played SCP games on Roblox, and they can be freaky. All those strange anomalies, casting spells, putting hexes on us, it's too much for my fragile heart to endure. Now, let's go ahead and move on with the next story. This is The Unlisted. There's a secret group in Roblox called The Unlisted. These users committed crimes, so Roblox had to unlist them from the site. When the exploiting community heard about this rumor, they went crazy trying to find some truth to this, but they ended up finding one account. They couldn't access their games, which is obvious, but one of the hackers in the group got weird messages from the user. Everyone in the group was weirded out and thought he was just playing a trick on them until they started to get the weird messages too, but from a different account. That account was unlisted, but if you're wondering what the messages were, well, most of them just said, "We didn't do anything," or "Help us." The group of hackers ended up abandoning the hunt for unlisted accounts after that. Roblox was notified about the hackers, and they're now IP banned for accessing a secret company. But one of their accounts seems to be gone forever. It's like they got unlisted from the website. I will say this one leaves a little bit to be desired. The idea of having an unlisted game or user hiding a dark secret is always intriguing, yet the messages the author tells us they receive are a little lacking in the scare department. I would personally think it was just a troll if I got a random message saying, "Help us." But maybe that's just me. Now, let's continue with our fourth story, Easy Obby, Easy Obby, Easy Obby. I was on Roblox looking for a game to play, and there was this one game that was named Easy Obby, Easy Obby, Easy Obby. I thought it was a random botted game, but I went to play another game, then out of nowhere, I got teleported to a random game. I thought it was some hacker thinking they were funny, but no. It sends me to the Easy Obby game. Also, it wasn't even an obby. It was a sword fighting game. There were other players there too, confused why they got teleported to this game. When you killed a player, it would send you to another game called Welcome to Death. I was really freaking confused. I didn't know if it was a salty game creator or a hacker. So I quit the game and went to another one. Then it sends me back to the Easy Obby game. I was mad at this point. I just wanted to play my game. So as other players, it turns out Roblox was testing how to remove teleportation hacks. I'm just really confused at this point. I decided to take a break from Roblox because it was getting too weird for me. Then, I got some news that someone got a random admin password. Kinda what they did in the April Fool's 2012 hacking, but I'm so glad that it was just some teleportation hack instead of something worse. Indeed, this one is very interesting, I must say. I can't imagine trying to play one game and then getting sent to a completely different game. That is madness, pure and simple. Let's wrap this up with our fifth story, Happy. There was an old Roblox game called Happy. When you joined the game, you would see decals on the wall of people creepily smiling. In some areas, you can see the words that said,
Sad people must die.
The sad people looked scared more than sad. No one knew what the game's intentions were. Some people overreacted and thought that this was a hacking group, but they were very wrong. Happy was much bigger than we thought because Happy was a test account made by Roblox staff. So when players joined the game, they wouldn't feel alone, kind of like John Doe and Jane Doe. Then Happiness fell into obscurity, never to be remembered until a Roblox admin logged into Happy made the game Happy. Roblox found out that he made the game and fired him. But what people didn't know was that there was two Happy accounts named Happy. So, no one knows which one is the real Happy and which one made the original game. At the end, Happy is definitely not a test account anymore. It's a virus on Roblox ready to take over. Alright guys, that was 5 short Roblox horror stories. I had a lot of fun reading these. Some of these scared me, some of these left a little bit more to be desired. But alright, I think we've been here long enough. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and make sure to check out the original story. I will leave the link in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, y'all.